All right, awesome. Got the thumbs up. That means we're live. So hello to everyone who's watching on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our app as well. I'm Stormtacker 16's Tyler Hughes. Just wanted to pop in with you quickly and share a few updates that we had about the snow in between our newscasts here. We are still under a weather impact alert. There is still snow ongoing, but the travel conditions are starting to deteriorate a little bit, and that's something I really want to touch on. We'll go to the graphics here, and I'll show you the main reason we have the weather impact alert in effect is because of those driving conditions. So they're starting to deteriorate, and we can see it on our cameras all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Pottsville, can't really see many roads on this camera, but we've been seeing snow falling on it really throughout this evening. As we head toward Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre here, you can see some snow lining the roads, and looks like there's a basketball court there as well that's picked up some snow accumulation on it. Our next live camera is Williamsport, and this one actually does have a good view of a road there that you can see looks like is covered in quite a bit of snow. Also looks like there's some snow covering some of the cars in that live camera as well. And the last camera we have to show here is Stroudsburg, where it looks like there's a good coating of snow on some of those roads and vehicles as well. So we really love having a vast network of cameras across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. We can access that all here from the severe weather set, and it's just another way that we can keep an eye on travel conditions as we head toward later on tonight, and as that snow begins to transition into some freezing rain and some sleet, which we'll continue to see over the next couple of hours. So everywhere you see the dark blues here in this radar image, that's snowfall. The darker the blue is, the heavier the snowfall is. And everywhere where you see the pink in central Pennsylvania slowly beginning to lift to the north and east, that is going to be your mixed precipitation. So when I say that, I mean your sleet, your freezing rain, your ice, right? When we zoom in here, we had a heavier band that's working into the Wyoming Valley right now. Also, a bit of a heavier band working into central Pennsylvania, the Williamsport area, up through Bloomsburg and Shamokin as well. So there is some heavier bands of snow we're seeing out there. We do have a good bit of accumulation here at our studios and music as well. I'll have to go out and measure again soon, so I'll provide you guys an update on social media when I go ahead and do that. So, like I said, the snow will be changing to that mix overnight, but the good thing about this storm is it's a quick mover. And so this storm will move out early on tomorrow morning before you wake up. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, this storm will be out of here. And you may see a few leftover flurries, 7, 8 o'clock or so, but those should be few and far between, and we'll have lots of clouds around tomorrow. It will be relatively calm, but still keep on the lookout for a few slick spots. I think we'll be below freezing for much of the morning hours, so you could run into a patch of ice here or there. Just be careful if you're driving out on the roads tomorrow. And by the way, we do have an active pattern ahead. I'll touch on that briefly toward the end here, but let's focus right now on what's to come in the next few hours. You notice the sleet, the freezing rain beginning to lift northward into the Wyoming Valley as we head toward 10 o'clock or so. Then 11, 12, 1 a.m., that's when we begin to see this system slowly push out of here. I do think this is a mostly snow event through the northern tier counties. So northern tier, you will be seeing pretty much all snow. The rest of us will get in on some sleet or some freezing rain at some point. See a few snow showers lingering as we head 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then lots of clouds around, and even beginning to see some clearing around 8:30, 9 o'clock through central Pennsylvania as well. So if you have any Super Bowl plans tomorrow, watch parties, you need to get out and get those ingredients for the buffalo chicken dip, should be good to go for that. Here's our snow map showing 3 to 6 inches of accumulation through our far northern and eastern counties up through Wayne County. Could see some locally higher amounts as well. 2 to 4 inches extending through the Wyoming Valley up into some of our western counties in the northern tier as well. That extent has actually expanded just a little bit since yesterday. Kurt and I have been keeping a close eye on some of these models. And then an icy mix for the rest of us. Lots of sleet accumulation we've been seeing reports of. Also some wintry, freezing rain and things like that. Could get up to 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain accumulation with some of these. In terms of the differences between the precipitation types, I think it's important to say when I say freezing rain versus sleet versus snow, what is the difference, right? What's cool to understand is everything starts as a snowflake in the upper atmosphere. It's what the temperatures are like in the lower column of the atmosphere that really dictates what type of precipitation you get falling from the sky. And so if pretty much that whole column of air is above freezing, that's when you get rain. However, if there's just a little bit of cold air that gets in at the surface with a thick, warm column, those snowflakes up high in the atmosphere are going to melt into raindrops, and they'll fall to the ground as raindrops. But if you have that thin, cold layer at the ground, they'll freeze on contact. That's what we call freezing rain. That's what results in the ice accumulation. And again, through central Pennsylvania, could see ice accumulations of up to 1/10 of an inch in some cases. When you have a bit of a thicker layer of cold air, those raindrops refreeze as they're falling to the ground, resulting in some ice pellets. That's sleet. And if that whole column is above freezing, that is resulting in snow as well. If you see something falling from the sky, you're asking yourself, is it sleet? Is it not? Well, chances are it's either graupel or sleet. Hail is in the middle. Hail we usually deal with in the summertime when we get thunderstorms, right? But graupel on the left-hand side, those are kind of more of the softer ice pellets. They're actually formed when snowflakes that are falling through the atmosphere accumulate some water on top of them. Sleet is the frozen raindrops. Those are the harder ice pellets that you see on the right-hand side of this graphic, and that is when rain that's falling refreezes before it falls to the bottom of the ground. So just some things to keep in mind. You may see some of these precipitation types out over the next few hours if you're keeping a keen eye to the sky. Or maybe some of you are just curling up by the fire with a good book and maybe Newswatch 16. That's okay too. No worries there. Rain and snow chance over the next 5 days or so. We're entering into a very active pattern. Oh, as I drop my clicker on the ground here. We're entering into a very active pattern. Tuesday evening, we could see a chance for some snow showers as well. That storm, I think, will largely miss us to the south. But Thursday, we have another chance for some mixed precipitation. And then again, in the 7-day forecast, we have another chance to see some wintry mix on Saturday as well. So lots of chances within the next week or so to see some winter weather. Of course, we do have to get through the next couple of hours here. Luckily, the storm looks like it will be moving on out of here again overnight tonight, and by the time you wake up tomorrow, conditions should be improving. Just be aware that there may be a few slick spots. All right, so I'll be with you on Newswatch 16 at 10 and 11 p.m. tonight, and Allie will be with you in the morning on Newswatch 16 Sunday morning. You can also stay connected with us on social media as well as our website, WNEP.com. We'll be providing continuous updates. For now, have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there.